Some of my current holy grail products, I used to absolutely hate them. The first impression for me was not good. I thought they were overhyped, patchy, and a waste of my money. Turns out, I was using most of them wrong. Hi everyone and welcome back. So today we're going to talk about makeup products that I completely misunderstood at first. They did not work for me when I tried them for the first time. But now I literally cannot do my makeup without some of these products. So that's the overall concept of the video. Products that had a horrible first impression, but I literally cannot do my makeup without some of them now. I've got 5 products, most of them are high-end, but I also have affordable dupes of these 5 products. And I love them as much as the high-end ones. They are amazing dupes, so let's get into it. First of all, I have a gripping primer. Now I think Milk has the OG gripping primer. I haven't tried it till now because I bought e.l.f. and then it was working for me. I tried the blue one for the first time, and on the internet there is a video of me somewhere saying that I don't like this primer very much. Like, it was a first impression YouTube short and I was like, this is a waste of money. It was kept in my vanity for like 3-4 months, and then I thought, since I've wasted my money, why not use it? One mistake that you definitely don't want to make with your primer or your skin prep is applying foundation right after you've applied the primer. Especially with a gripping primer like this one, you want to give it at least a couple of minutes to sit on your skin. Once it gets a little tacky, then you go in with your foundation or your skin tint or whatever base product you want to use. Even when I tried this primer for the second time, I think I had to remove my whole base because something was just not clicking. You know, there was too much grip and everything was turning patchy. Now this primer works with like 95% of my base products, skin tints, foundations. And the most amazing thing with a gripping primer like this one is that it prevents creasing. Foundation creases really easily into my smile lines, and this prevents that for hours. Also, these primers give your skin a very nice glow, so love them for winters. After trying the blue one, I think e.l.f. launched a niacinamide variant, so I got that. Then we also have the Mars gripping primer. This one is a very affordable one and it works exactly like the e.l.f. gripping primer. e.l.f. also launched a Power Grip matte primer, a matte variant. This is like a 6 out of 10. I sometimes use this in my T-zone. Then NYX launched their face glue, and this is the one I'm currently obsessed with. This is the only primer I'm using these days. It's moisturizing, gives you that grip, and it also makes my skin look so good. It has that dewy finish, not too much grip, and it definitely prevents creasing. Next, we have powder foundations. As someone with dry skin, I was like, why would I ever use it? I mean, foundations are mostly liquid, and then powder is for setting your face. And the way I used a powder foundation for the first time, it was a disaster. Now, most of the videos on the internet, even I have done it a couple of times. You will see people swiping the foundation on their face. I have to say, it is the most wrong way to use a powder foundation. You will end up hating it. Now, I did it in videos because I had to show the coverage in one swipe, but that's not actually how I would use it. I use it with a brush. I use a sponge rarely with a powder foundation. A few things before using a powder foundation: moisturize your skin really well. Even if you have oily skin, it has to be moisturized. Do your skin prep and let all the skincare products sit on your skin for at least 15 minutes. Apply your primer, let that sit for 5 minutes, and then apply the powder foundation. This is basically how you should use any foundation, not just powder foundation. Number 2, with the powder foundation, you want to work in thin layers. Use a brush that's not too dense, not too fluffy. This one is my favorite. It's the PAK S07. You want to apply one layer, then wherever you want coverage, you can build it up in those areas. Number 3, use a good setting spray. I like using a luminous setting spray. This one is from Lakme. NYX also has an amazing setting spray. I think it's the matte finish one. Also, make sure that you get the right shade, because if you don't, it will definitely look ashy. My favorite is from Estee Lauder. This is their Double Wear Stay in Place Matte Powder Foundation, but I don't use it all the time because I don't want to run out of it. There are a couple of more powder foundations that I really like. First is the Maybelline Superstay Flex Powder Foundation. I'm in the shade 228. This matches me perfectly. This is the one I have on my skin right now. Can you see that finish? I love my base today. That's why I added 2 more lights to like highlight it a little bit. Then another foundation that has a really good shade range. This one is from Rini Roy Beauty. I am in the shade Joy 120, and this again is a perfect match for me. So these are 3 of my favorite powder foundations. In the Estee Lauder one, I'm in the shade 3W2. With the powder foundations too, you just have to do the things that you do with your liquid foundation. You have to prep your skin really well. It doesn't matter what kind of foundation you're using. Work in thin layers. You don't want to apply a lot in one go. That goes for any kind of foundation. foundation. Using a setting spray is optional with other foundations, but with a powder foundation, you definitely have to use a setting spray. That's what makes it look more natural and more skin-like, you know. The best thing about a powder foundation is the longevity. It's gonna last. It's not gonna turn oily, greasy, and I've used this as my base in winters too when I have very dry skin. I love the finish. It just looks too good on my skin. Next, we have full coverage concealers. There's one concealer in particular that I've had a love-hate relationship with. It's the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Now, I used to love it when I got into makeup. This was my dream concealer and it was amazing because I had really bad dark circles and pigmentation at that time, and this covered everything. But as this whole clean girl era started, I don't know why I built this perception in my head that this is a glam concealer. It's not. It can be used for any kind of makeup look. You can use it for a glam look, for a natural makeup look. This is a very flexible concealer. They also have so many shades. You can use it for concealing, highlighting, contouring. Amazing shade range. Even if you want to use this without any foundation, this is the most full coverage concealer I have, but with the most natural finish. And the thing that I've realized is with concealers, you need coverage. The job of a concealer is to cover imperfections. Like that is the basic job, but other than that, you can use it for highlighting, brightening and all of that stuff. I don't have very prominent dark circles at the moment, so I need the tiniest amount of this concealer. A concealer that gives good coverage in less amount is definitely better, because then you don't have to apply layers and layers and layers. So yeah, one day I was just contemplating about all of this and I was like, why am I not using my Too Faced concealer? Why is it just kept there with all my concealers? Like, you just need the correct shades, then you can use it in a way you like. You can use it for highlighting, like you can use a lighter shade for highlighting. You can use a perfect match for concealing, dark circles, pigmentation, acne spots, and they also have deeper shades that you can use for contouring. Then we have jelly tints. The very viral, the product that everyone was obsessed with, the Milk Makeup Jelly Tint. When I tried it for the first time, I was like, this is patchy as hell. How can someone be obsessed with it? But you cannot beat the longevity of a jelly tint. It doesn't matter what kind of blush you're using, powder, liquid, cream, use anything. It's not going to be as long lasting as the tint because it literally stains your skin. So I thought that now that I have it, there must be a way to make it work. I don't give up on my makeup. I'm going to try and make it work one way or the other. That's why I cannot make a lot of those de-influencing videos. This is how you apply a jelly tint so it doesn't turn patchy. The Milk Makeup one is super pigmented. So what I like doing is I'll take my blush brush and I'll coat it very uniformly with the tint. And then if you want, this is optional, you can go a couple of times on the back of your hand and then apply it on your cheeks. That way it's not patchy. This technique is gonna make it look soft, diffused and very, very natural. On the other hand, when you go directly, you just have to be really, really quick with the blending, and even then I've noticed it turns patchy. It stains your skin pretty fast. You basically have no room for blending, so you just have to even it out on the brush and then go on the cheeks. I have a dupe for these, the Prosh ones. Now these are not as pigmented as the Milk Makeup ones. These have very little pigmentation. So it's good for beginners or if you are in a hurry, so you can just apply it on your cheeks and blend it out. This is not going to turn patchy. I have literally swiped it on my cheeks and then blended it out. It doesn't move your base, doesn't turn patchy. The only reason why I keep using these tints, be it a jelly tint or a liquid tint, is the longevity. There is no other reason. Whenever I want my blush to stay for more than 5 hours, I definitely use these. Now you can pair these with your liquid, cream, powder blushes, or you can just use them on their own. But the longevity is unbeaten. Like at one point your foundation will fade, but this is gonna stay. The final product that I have are vinyl lip inks. I think Maybelline was the brand to launch this kind of lipstick first. So this is supposed to be a glossy lipstick that's transfer proof. You get the shine, but the color doesn't transfer. Now the first impression of this product was absolute flop for me. When I tried it for the first time, I made a couple of mistakes. Number one, I didn't shake the tube. You're supposed to shake it really well. Can you hear that? Everything has to mix inside before it goes onto your lips. Number two, you have to wait for a few minutes after application to get that transfer-proof finish. I skipped both these steps and I was like, why is this transferring? It's supposed to be transfer-proof. Now, I personally love glossy lips. You will rarely see me wearing a matte lip. Also, this has got insane pigmentation, so if you have pigmented lips, you're gonna love this product. Most of the glosses in the market, they are not full coverage enough for pigmented lips. I love making lip combos with these, and I don't know why they discontinued the shade Moody. It was such a pretty mauve shade. Right now, I have one of my favorites over here, Sweet and Sour. This is a beautiful brown. And I also have the Insight Cosmetic Gloss Up Vinyl Lip Inks. So this is like a dupe of Maybelline. It's like 1/3 the price of Maybelline. And this one I have in the shade Spiced Caramel. Both of these shades are kind of similar. So if you want something affordable, maybe try it for the first time, then you can get the Insight one, because I think it's just rupees 199. This one is Insight and Spiced Caramel, and this one is Maybelline in Sweet and Sour. And that's it, but I would really like to know your thoughts on these products. Also, I really hope that this video was helpful in some way. If it was, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.